The fallout from Will Smith's shocking slap on Chris Rock has been simmering under the surface. But now it's time to dive deep and uncover the hidden truths.
Okay.
What's been happening behind the scenes and what will be revealed? Prepare for an eye-opening journey into the aftermath of this unforgettable moment. Where did it all started from? During the 94th Academy Awards on March 27, 2022, the entertainment world was shocked when actor Will Smith took the stage and delivered an open palm strike to comedian Chris Rock's face.
Oh, wow! Wow!
The incident occurred during Rock's presentation of the Best Documentary Feature Award and left the audience and viewers worldwide in disbelief.
Impossible.
What prompted this shocking act of violence was a joke made by Chris Rock about Will Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. Rock's quip targeted Jada's shaved head, a result of her ongoing battle with alopecia areata, a condition she had been managing since 2021. The joke seemingly crossed a line for Will Smith, who reacted swiftly and physically to defend his wife's honor. After the slap, Smith returned to his seat but couldn't contain his emotions, shouting profanities at Rock.
Name out your fucking mouth!
I'm going to.
Rock, for his part, briefly responded to the situation before continuing with his presentation. The unexpected turn of events took another twist when Will Smith, despite the controversy, won the Best Actor award. In his acceptance speech, he expressed remorse, offering an apology to the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, AMPAS, and his fellow nominees. Notably, the one person he didn't extend an apology to was Chris Rock.
Defender of his family. In this time in my life,
Television broadcasts in the United States muted the incident to comply with federal censorship laws.
TV mute.
However, uncensored footage from international broadcasts quickly went viral on social media. A snippet from the Australian broadcast became one of the most viewed online videos in the first 24 hours following the incident. The shocking altercation dominated headlines, discussions, and social media feeds, effectively overshadowing the rest of the awards ceremony and making it a moment that will be remembered in Hollywood history. What was the reactions of celebrities to the slap? The shocking slap incident at the 2022 Oscars left celebrities and the public with diverse reactions. Here's a look at how some well-known figures responded to Will Smith's on-stage altercation with Chris Rock.
Okay.
Mila Kunis, known for her role in Black Swan, expressed her disbelief at the standing ovation Will Smith received when he won the Oscar after slapping Rock. In an interview with C Magazine in October 2022, she questioned the audience's reaction, stating that not standing up was a no-brainer for her. She found it shocking that so many people chose to stand, pondering the era in which people prioritize appearances over doing what's right.
Wow.
Joan Collins. American Horror Story's Joan Collins drew a unique parallel by comparing the Oscars slap moment to her infamous on-screen Dynasty slap fest with co-star Linda Evans.
For your friend.
She emphasized that it wasn't a stunt double in her case, but admitted it wasn't precisely the same situation as what Chris Rock experienced. Steve Harvey, the host of Family Feud, shared his perspective during a speaking engagement in May 2022 at Georgia State University. He mentioned his faith, admitting to being undeveloped in Christianity, but asserted that he wouldn't turn the other cheek like Bishop T.D. Jakes. Harvey referred to Smith's actions as a punk move.
I'm not saying I wouldn't get slapped, but I'm just saying, before you sit your ass back in your chair, Jada and everybody else gonna have to move out the way, because we're gonna be down here moving furniture around.
And revealed that he lost respect for him after the incident. Sharon Osburn, former co-host of The Talk, Sharon Osburn, voiced her thoughts during an interview with the Sunday Times in April. She criticized the hypocrisy of the situation, where everyone gave Will Smith a standing ovation when he won the Best Actor award, despite the alleged disgraceful behavior. Osburn reflected on the industry's tendency to profit from individuals, even in cases where behavior would typically be condemned, drawing a controversial historical comparison. Kareem AbdulJabar, Kareem AbdulJabar, the former NBA player, expressed concern for Jada Pinkett Smith and her feelings following the incident. He believed that more consideration should have been given to how she felt about the situation.
His wife really should have been given some consideration as to, how she felt about it and what she wanted to do about it. And, they just ignored her.
And what she wanted to do about it. AbdulJabar highlighted the importance of acknowledging the person who might be offended and avoiding making assumptions. Bill Maher, on his HBO show Real Time, playfully addressed the situation with humor. He jokingly told Will Smith to stay strong and declared, "April Fools, you're a DK."
I'm gonna say to Will Smith, look, I got your back, bro, stay strong. April Fools, you're a dick.
Maher found it challenging to sympathize with Jada Pinkett Smith, considering the joke is not the worst insult he had heard, and emphasizing that alopecia was different from a serious illness like leukemia. Amanda Seyfried, known for her role in The Dropout, used social media to throw shade at both Will Smith and the Academy. She questioned whether the Academy had advised Smith to F off before his win, hinting at possible behind-the-scenes actions that went unnoticed. Howard Stern. Radio host Howard Stern weighed in, characterizing Will Smith's actions as a sign of great mental illness due to a lack of impulse control. He defended Chris Rock, stating that the joke wasn't particularly insulting and was more of a throwaway comment.
Yes, Will Smith is guffawing, he's laughing because it's not even funny, he was acknowledging Jada Pinkett Smith.
Stern's perspective aligned with supporting Rick in the aftermath of the incident. Jim Carrey. I was sickened by the standing ovation Smith was permitted to remain in the theater, winning Best Actor later that night. I was sickened to see Smith receive a standing ovation following such a violent display. Hollywood should have told the sin-spanned Best Actor winner to leave. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless en masse. Although Rock decided not to pursue legal action against Smith,
I was sickened. I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse.
Carrey would have gone down another route had he been on the receiving end. Carrey clarified that he had nothing against Smith personally, but his actions overshadowed what was supposed to be a special night for everyone. It cast a pall over everybody's shining moment last night. Jim Carrey's candid response reflected his strong stance on the incident and his belief that the standing ovation for Smith was inappropriate in light of the violent act at the Oscars. Was Will Smith's apology fake or real? Will Smith. Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk.
Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable.
Will Smith has made another attempt to apologize to Chris Rock for the shocking slap of the 2022 Oscars. However, Chris Rock and fans are not accepting it, accusing Will of playing the victim. This feud traces back to Jada Pinkett Smith's revelation in 2018 that she had been diagnosed with alopecia, a condition causing hair loss. She had openly embraced her condition and shaved her head in December 2021.
And at this point, I can only laugh. Y'all know I've been struggling with alopecia.
Many fans blame Jada for Will's aggressive reaction to Chris's joke at the Oscars. Initially, Will laughed at the joke, but when he realized Jada wasn't amused, he stormed on stage and slapped Chris on national television. To add to the humiliation, all the celebrities rushed to comfort Will, leaving Chris standing there looking embarrassed. Will later won the Oscar for Best Actor for his role in King Richard and received a standing ovation during his acceptance speech. In his speech, he apologized to the Academy and the audience, but not to Chris. He attempted to justify his actions by claiming that love can drive someone to do crazy things.
But love will make you do crazy things. Being able to love and care for my mother, my family, my wife, I'm taking up too much time.
Following intense backlash from fans and fellow celebrities, Will issued a written apology to Chris via Instagram. He acknowledged that his behavior at the Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable, admitting he reacted emotionally because the joke touched upon Jada's medical condition. However, Chris Rock and fans are not satisfied with Will's video apology. They accused him of playing the victim and questioned the sincerity of his apologies, given the stark contrast between his reactions on stage and in subsequent statements. Fans have expressed their disappointment in both Will and Jada, believing they handled the incident poorly and accusing them of narcissism. The incident and its aftermath have triggered a significant debate surrounding humor, personal boundaries, and public apologies in the entertainment industry. On July 29, 2022, Will Smith shared a video on his YouTube channel titled "It's Been a Minute." In the video, he opened with a message acknowledging that he had been doing personal reflection and addressing fan questions. Regarding his failure to apologize to Chris during his Oscars acceptance speech, Will stated that he had reached out to Chris, and the response he received was that Chris wasn't ready to talk.
Why didn't you apologize to Chris in your acceptance speech? I was fogged out by that point. It's all fuzzy. I've reached out to Chris, and the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk, and when he is, he will reach out.
Will expressed that he would apologize to Chris, acknowledging that his behavior was unacceptable, and assuring Chris that he's available whenever he's ready to talk. Will also extended an apology to Chris's mother and recognized that his relationship with Chris's family may have been damaged irreparably. In the remainder of the video, Will discussed how he processed the Oscars incident and expressed regret for how he handled the situation. He denied that Jada's reaction had triggered him and emphasized that the slap had nothing to do with her. Will also apologized to his fellow Academy Awards nominees and the fans he had disappointed. At the end of the video, Will assured his fans that he is dedicated to spreading light, love, and joy, and expressed his hope for reconciliation with them. However, the video received mixed reactions from fans and the public. Some criticized the apology as insincere, claiming it focused more on Will's feelings, family, and fans, with only a brief apology to Chris. They highlighted that the clip would remain on the internet for Chris's children to see and suggested that Will should have addressed the trauma the incident caused Chris. The video was seen by some as a disappointing apology and was met with skepticism regarding its genuineness. Fans felt that Will's response seemed self-centered, given the severity of the situation and its impact on Chris Rock. Caroline Bright, Will Smith's mother, has expressed her disapproval of Jada Pinkett's actions and her concern about the transformation she perceives in her son due to his relationship with Jada. According to Caroline, she believes there is more to their relationship than meets the eye, suggesting that Jada might be secretly using some form of witchcraft to maintain control over her son. Carolyn and Will Smith have a close relationship that developed through the tough times they faced as a family. Will's father, Willard Carroll Smith Sr., was an alcoholic and aggressive man who subjected his family to his anger and violence. This adversity brought Will and Caroline closer as they supported each other emotionally. Although Will and his father eventually reconciled before his father's death, Will's bond with his mother remained strong. Caroline Bright has been a consistent presence in her son's life, offering support through the ups and downs of his career. She was visibly proud when he won the Oscar for Best Actor for his role in King Richard. Caroline's heartbreak stems from witnessing her son's involvement in a toxic relationship and observing him repeat the same patterns she experienced with her husband, Willard. The 2022 Oscars incident, commonly known as the slap, particularly shocked her. She noted that she had never seen her son act violently before and was perplexed by this uncharacteristic behavior. Caroline expressed her deep concern for Will's mental and emotional well-being and raised questions about the influence Jada might be exerting over him. The incident during the Oscars, in which Will Smith slapped Chris Rock in response to a joke about Jada's alopecia, was a turning point in their marriage. Jada explained in his memoir, Worthy, that the slap represented a critical moment in her and Will's relationship. It led to her realization that she would stand by his side as his wife, marking a change in her attitude towards their marriage. She mentioned that she had not felt that way in 6 years, emphasizing her commitment to support Will regardless of his actions. The incident and Jada's response have raised concerns about the level of influence and control Jada may have over Will, with some speculating that the slap was a test of his loyalty to her. This perspective suggests a complex dynamic in their relationship that has left Caroline Bright deeply disturbed and concerned about her son's well-being. It has gotten so bad that Will's close friends are coming out to talk about how they fear for Will's well-being in his relationship with Jada. Bilal, one of Will's close friends, gave an interview where he openly discussed his friendship with Will and how it has suffered due to Jada's influence. According to Bilal, Will was an incredible person in his eyes, someone kind and generous. Their decades-long friendship had been filled with admiration for Will. However, things changed when Will met Jada. Jada seemed to take over a significant part of Will's life. And this shift began to change Will into a different person. Despite Jada's recent public outbursts and numerous interviews where she discussed the ups and downs of their decades-long marriage, Will continues to support her, projecting an image of a loving and devoted husband. During a book signing event at Pratt Libraries, Will gave a heartfelt speech in Jada's honor. He described Jada as the best friend he has ever had, pledging his unwavering support for her. However, the romantic gesture is viewed against the backdrop of the tumultuous relationship between Will and Jada. Over the years, their marriage has been marred by various entanglements, infidelities, separations, and even Jada's revelation that she never wanted to marry Will. Some people speculate that Will endures these hardships because Jada has some kind of influence or power over him, perhaps even going as far as to suggest witchcraft. They find it hard to believe that a person, especially a man like Will, would continue to stay in a relationship filled with turmoil. There is the question of why Will remains in this relationship if it's not due to some external influence like witchcraft. After all, he's a grown man who should be capable of making his own decisions. Why didn't Chris Rock slap Will Smith back? Chris Rock addressed the question of why he didn't hit Will Smith back at the Oscars in his live Netflix special, Chris Rock: Selective Outrage. He provided a straightforward response to those wondering why he didn't retaliate, saying, "Because I got parents, that's why. Because I was raised." Rock emphasized that his upbringing played a significant role in his decision not to engage in a physical confrontation with Smith. He humorously mentioned that he was taught not to fight in front of white people. In the special, Rock also placed some blame on Jada Pinkett Smith for their feud, alleging that she had a role in initiating it. According to Rock, Jada attempted to pressure him into quitting as the host of the Oscars in 2016 because her husband, Will Smith, didn't receive a Best Actor nomination for the film Concussion. Rock made a playful remark about the situation by stating, "And then he gives me a effing concussion." While discussing the incident in the special, Rock expressed his lifelong support for Will Smith, but also made a sarcastic comment regarding Smith's role in the movie Emancipation, humorously suggesting he watched it to see Smith get whipped. How shocked was Chris Rock after the slap? After getting slapped during the Academy Awards, Chris Rock didn't let the incident ruin his night. According to a source, he attended a high-profile party hosted by talent agent Guy Azeri. Despite the televised assault, which was broadcast in over 200 countries, Chris appeared unfazed and was having a good time at the party. The source stated that Chris didn't want to let the incident with Will Smith affect his night out with friends. He was still in shock from the whole incident and didn't want it to dominate the party's atmosphere, so he didn't discuss it much. It was clear that Chris was focused on having fun and not allowing the incident to get to him. Did Chris Rock take any legal actions against Will Smith? Chris Rock unleashed his full fury on Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith during his live Netflix special, Selective Outrage. He put both of them on blast for various events that transpired at the 2022 Oscars, including issues he had with them at the 2016 show. The special was filled with resentment, and it wasn't until the end of the one-hour performance that he lashed out. Rock talked about Jada Pinkett Smith's comments, suggesting that he should quit hosting the Oscars, which ignited their feud. He made jokes about her and Will's boycott of the 2016 Oscars because Will wasn't nominated for his performance in Concussion. Rock asserted that the slap had nothing to do with him and was a result of Will's frustration over his own relationship with his wife. He also made fun of the infamous entanglement situation, referring to Jada's relationship with August Alsina while she was still married to Will. Rock pointed out that everyone called Will a cuck for putting up with Jada's affair, and yet he was the one who got slapped. Regarding the physical effects of the slap, Rock admitted that it hurt and said, "I got summertime ringing in my ears, but I'm not a victim, baby. You'll never see me on Oprah. I took that hit like Manny Pacquiao." He emphasized that he wasn't seeking sympathy and had accepted the situation. In his stand-up performance, Chris Rock acknowledged that people had labeled Will Smith and his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, with various derogatory terms, including calling Jada a predator. Despite the public's criticism and allegations, Rock was surprised that Will Smith, a person he had always been a fan of, physically hit him during the Oscars incident. The performance highlighted the public's reactions and the bizarre nature of the situation. What impact did the slap have on Chris Rock's life after the awards show? The slap incident at the Oscars generated a significant buzz on social media and sparked discussions about the nature of Chris Rock's joke, Will Smith's response, and the Academy's handling of this unprecedented altercation during the show. Memes flooded social media. Adding to the online frenzy, Will Smith offered a personal apology to Chris Rock on Instagram the day after the ceremony. Similarly, Jada Pinkett Smith shared a graphic on Instagram calling for healing amidst the controversy. According to The Hollywood Reporter, StubHub, a live events ticket company, reported a remarkable surge in ticket sales for Chris Rock's current tour following the Academy Awards. Ticket prices skyrocketed to an average of around $250 per ticket, and more tickets were sold in the days after the Oscars than throughout the rest of March combined. Daily ticket sales for Rock's shows are currently 25 times higher than the rest of the month, indicating a high level of public interest in seeing how the comedian will incorporate the incident of being slapped by Will Smith into his upcoming performances. In the end, on stage, Rock appeared initially shocked by Smith's strong reaction to his G.I. Jane joke. Still, he quickly composed himself and proceeded to present the award for Best Documentary Feature. Rock reportedly made a backstage joke about being slapped by Muhammad Ali in reference to Smith's role as the legendary boxer in the film Ali, but has otherwise remained relatively quiet on the matter. Repercussions of Will Smith's slap on Chris Rock. The aftermath of the slap incident at the Oscars resulted in several significant consequences for Will Smith. Here's a breakdown of what happened. Resignation from the Academy. Following the incident, Will Smith resigned from the Academy of Motion Pictures and Sciences after the Academy announced it was taking disciplinary action against him. As a result of his resignation, Smith would no longer be able to vote on Oscar-nominated movies and performances each year. However, his work would still be eligible for future Oscars consideration and nominations. Banned from the Oscars for 10 years, the Academy decided to ban Will Smith from attending the Academy Awards for the next 10 years. This prohibition extended to all Academy events or programs, whether in person or virtual, including the Academy Awards ceremony itself. Smith accepted this decision. Impact on others. The repercussions of Smith's slap reached beyond just himself. It overshadowed the entire Oscars show, with at least one award recipient feeling that Smith's actions stole their moment in the spotlight. This incident disrupted a long-standing tradition at the Academy Awards, where the previous year's Best Actor winner presents the award to the new winner. Impact on family. Will Smith's outburst and the subsequent public scrutiny have the potential to impact his family, including his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, and two of his adult children, Jaden and Willow. Their careers as performers and purveyors of reality television-style celebrity could be affected due to public perception. The hypersensitive nature of Hollywood and cancel culture makes it likely that even innocent family members could be harmed by association. Reputation damage. Beyond the immediate consequences, the slap incident has damaged Will Smith's reputation. The public, which had known him as a charismatic and personable star, was shocked by what seemed like an uncharacteristic outburst. This event has led the media to revisit Smith's past controversies and alleged wrongdoings, potentially tarnishing his previously pristine image. As we bring this story to a close, we're left with a thought-provoking question. Could this moment be the tipping point in a bigger conversation about the pressures and expectations placed on celebrities? Stay tuned for more updates, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.